couldn't see it till you got there, but everything else is fine.
Okay, I have 9 o'clock. I'd like to call the meeting to order. Or is the Pledge of Allegiance scheduled? Don't have an agenda. Okay. Vault, please, why don't someone there, Jack, do you want to lead it?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I was having a moment.
Thank you.
It happens to the best of us.
You bet. Okay, I think there's just one thing on the agenda for this special meeting, and that this is the change order for dealing with Little Joe's asphalt. So I don't know if it's Kim there or Joe who wants to speak on this.
Kim can, as we got out there and marked everything out, there's been a lot more bad spots pop up in the road, some of them in the last day or two. And I went with Justin and we marked out everything. The previous stuff had been marked out and we came up with a lot extra. For them to come back at a later date, they have no idea when they could come back. It's 104,000, a little over that, to do the extra. I'm not thrilled about it, but I'm afraid if we don't do something, the road is just going to keep deteriorating. And then as we had planned with the bond, Morton and Ottawa, we were going to have to come up with a plan on how to attack fixing the road more permanently. But it's in my opinion right now that if we don't do something, by the time fall harvest is over, it's going to be some spots almost impassable.
And when you brought that up, sorry to interrupt, but I thought that if they left now and with harvest starting and the bulk of harvest is going to come, it could be a public safety issue, because you were talking about this chunks that were like fist size or better. And if they're starting to dodge around holes and things with semis, so one reason I don't like calling a special meeting, but yet when they're there, we can keep them. And in this environment, it seems like it's hard to get contractors back or to work.
Correct. It's just everybody is so busy. When we have the opportunity to use them, it's better to do it then and as to try to wait. We don't know when they're coming back. So the money can come out of special highway. Kim and I had both talked to Mark. We've been on our bi-weekly meetings. We discuss where we can and what we can't. And special highway, if we would happen to go over what we budgeted, then we could make a budget amendment to cover that. We budgeted, I believe, 440,000. And I believe, Kim, if I'm right, there's 880,000 in there.
Yes.
So if we go over, Mark acted like that would be what we could do to offset the difference. I want to leave the bond money alone if I can. And if we were to use bond money on this, we'd have to separate Ottawa from the other two, which we could do, just the work that was being done on Ottawa. But that's kind of where we sit. I don't know if there by Pine View 2 days ago, there was nothing. Yesterday, those chunks that are heaved up there in that one spot are the size of your fist. So
Joe, can I ask a question? First of all,
Sure.
I'm 100% for safe, good roads. But this all popped up after he gave us a bid for this project?
yes,
Okay.
yes, this is why we have to find a way to get a plan. And if we start a mile a year or whatever we can afford, we've got to get this road, like Morton, redone. It just keeps popping up.
So is this fix the root cause, or will it just be?
It won't fix the root cause. It will in that spot. I mean, we're going deep enough to put base down to where those spots should not fail again. But the root cause is there's no base on almost all of that road. And every year it just gets a little bit worse. And from the time they were there before, and we measured the extra to when they've showed up, it's changed that much. I don't know if I answered your question, Jack, or not, but
You did.
it's discouraging. I mean,
It's discouraging to all of us. And I gotta tell you, I'm gonna end my term as a county commissioner at the end of this year. Yeah, I know we spent a lot of money on that road in the 6 years that I've been there. I think the first week I was here was when we started doing that big paving job that never took, you know?
right.
So it's a frustrating for all of us and
Yes, it
our citizens, you know.
Yes, it is.
So I just have a couple questions. I appreciate the information. And I also agree that I don't think we should utilize the bond money. We should use what's in the budget. Knowing contractors, construction and projects, you know, change orders happen. And after going out yesterday and seeing and taking photos of these areas, there's no question that we need to move forward with this. I went back out farther south this morning, and actually Justin was out there, so I got to meet him also. And he reiterated everything you're saying, that, you know, with the harvest and the grain trucks coming, like, we can't leave it. And I shared with Pat the pictures I took too. I think that a photo maybe can better explain the problems too. On the change order, it mentions Osborne and Greeley. So this change order will address those spots on those roads as well.
Yes, those spots were originally before this change order. It's just when they printed it up, they printed all 3 names on it. So, but it will. Greeley was already figured in. It's pretty much the same, but Osborne south of Ottawa has changed also, because that whole road was done at the same time.
Okay, awesome. So I just wanted to make sure that encompasses all 3 of those
Yes,
areas. So
yes.
Yeah, I'm glad that you identified that there's a problem bigger than just patching it. I mean, we're working with what we can to get it safe to travel. But I'm with you on trying to figure out a long-term solution, because I know you and I haven't been here for the 6 years, but I can imagine the frustration Commissioner Bauer has of seeing, you know,
Well,
you're excited about a project and then have this happen, and to do these areas right, so we don't have to risk the safety of the people traveling the road, and it has to be done. I mean, I know none of us like to spend money, but it has to be done. So, in my opinion.
I agree. So is there any more questions? Do I hear a motion then to approve the PO in the amount of $104,192 for the change order to Little Joe's Asphalt for this project?
So moved.
We'll second it.
It's been moved and seconded to approve the change order. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Passes 3-0. Pat, can you send me the photos that K.S.A was talking about?
Sure.
And sorry, I haven't had a chance to look at it yet. I was gone for a couple days, so that's one reason I couldn't come in this morning too. So
And
trying to.
there are several spots. I just took the 2 that were very apparent, and the worst. So I didn't stop at every spot, but when you drive out there and you can see what Joe did, painting and coning it all off. So.
Okay, I'll try to get to Atchison this afternoon so I can change or sign this change order PO, and I'll try to get down there and look at the whole road too. So.
Joe froze up and lost signal, so.
Here's I signed this copy here. That's okay. We can send it to you to sign electronically from your computer there. If you're not.
Okay. Yeah, it would be this afternoon before I could get down there.
Well, we got a majority signed it, so
Yeah.
I would make a motion to adjourn the special meeting at 9:10 a.m.
I'll second.
Okay, it's been moved and seconded to adjourn. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Passes 3-0. Thank you all.
See you Tuesday.
Thank you.